This is the Trump report, and it's signed by John G. Trump. And you're not going to believe this. This is President Trump's uncle. No kid, yeah. It is crazy.
John G. Trump, the uncle of Donald Trump, the 45th President of the United States. At the time,
all right, sit back, relax, and enjoy this new content, and let's re-engage together.
Tesla's death in 1943, during the height of World War II, Trump, a highly respected electrical engineer and physicist,
The president's uncle, gang.
had been working for the National Defense Research Committee, an organization dedicated to scientific research for matters of warfare. It was for this reason that the U.S. Office of Alien Property Custodian assigned John G. Trump to gather up all of the deceased scientists' belongings. But despite retrieving what Tesla claimed were 80 trunks filled with scientific papers, Trump claimed only 30 trunks were found at Tesla's hotel.
Have you ever heard the theory that the Trumps are time travelers? The theory connects the Trumps to the renowned inventor, Nikola Tesla. Some believe there's a mysterious link, even though Tesla passed away. Apparently, after his death, over 80 trunks containing his patents and technology drawings were discovered. Surprisingly, it was Donald Trump's uncle, John G. Trump, who was sent to recover them. Now here's where it gets intriguing. Tesla allegedly claimed to have unlocked the secret of bending time, just like in sci-fi movies. According to this wild theory, John G. Trump used these trunks to build a time machine. Quite a mind-boggling idea, isn't it? Adding to the intrigue, there's a book published in 1896 called The Wonderful Underground Journey of Baron Trump. And some believe it's linked to the Trumps. Curiously, the book features a character named Baron Trump, who embarks on a time-traveling adventure. Some pointed out that a hotel once owned by Donald Trump, the Trump International Hotel, bears an uncanny resemblance to a structure depicted in one of Nikola Tesla's drawings.
You heard the theory that the Trumps are time travelers?
Grab me a DeLorean.
This connects to Nikola Tesla.
No way.
Nikola Tesla died, and within his hotel that he had 80 plus trunks of all his patents, his designs for different technologies, all this stuff. Guess who they sent first to go and collect the stuff?
I don't know.
John G. Trump, Donald Trump's uncle.
What?
This is crazy.
So the theory is that he took some of these trunks.
Oh no.
Oh no.
But Tesla said that he had figured out how to bend time. So
As one does.
the theory is Donald Trump's uncle took this, created a time machine.
Oh my gosh.
And then the weird connection is there was a book that came out in 1896, and it's called Baron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey.
You're saying
Do you know
it
what,
was actually
do you-
Baron
Do you
Trump?
know what the book was about?
What?
Time travel?
Baron Trump time traveling.
Welcome to another insane reaction video with the Hustleman 3.0. Join us to uncover the full truth. Please like, comment, and share to join the Hustleman 3.0 and his most trusted pal, Wada Black.
Did Nikola Tesla's secrets survive? And could Donald Trump's family be connected to the mysteries of Tesla's lost inventions? After Tesla's death in 1943, the FBI seized his papers, but they called on one man to review them, John G. Trump, a renowned scientist and Donald Trump's uncle. John G. Trump had access to Tesla's inventions and research. Officially, nothing.
This shit is getting crazy, y'all, because they trying to say that this is tied into how they knew how to get in the office. This is wild.
Nothing groundbreaking was found, but some speculate that Tesla's most important discoveries may have been passed down or suppressed. Could Tesla's vision of free energy and advanced technology have been kept hidden? And is it possible that the Trump family holds some of Tesla's secrets today? While the truth remains a mystery, one thing is clear. Tesla's legacy continues to spark intrigue, even decades after his death.
Did you know Trump's uncle was like this MIT professor, and he received Nikola Tesla's life's work?
Didn't he try to do like time travel or something?
Yeah, he's kind of like known for revolutionizing electricity and how it's used.
Oh, yeah.
But it was said that he might have invented time travel. And a weird thing with the Trumps is Donald's son, Baron Trump, is in these novels from the 1800s. It like...
Now that's crazy. So they are really putting this together, y'all. Let's follow the rabbit hole.
looks like him, and it's like stories about him and his father Donald.
That's weird because Barron has a very distinguished look.
So they're saying Barron Trump's a time traveler. And Trump is too.
Napoleon, Alexander the Great, Donald Trump. We're all cut from the same cloth, and that cloth is very, very large.
It's not too big, is it?
Wow.
No. Turn left on Trump Avenue.
Ever wonder why New Yorkers have such big mouths?
Go big or go home.
Because we eat big pizza, like the big New Yorker from Pizza Hut.
$9.99. They've got to be losing money on that.
Nikola Tesla is one of the greatest inventors of all time. He died in 1943, but prior to his death, he said he had 80 trunks worth of files. But after his death, the ABC boys, they said they only accounted for 30. Now, Tesla, he lived a pretty interesting life. Early on in America, he believed that the government was watching him. He received funding from J.P. Morgan, lost it because he wasn't too much of a businessman. Him and Thomas Edison, they bumped heads all the time. Thomas Edison loved to try to discredit Tesla and his inventions. And also, depending on who you're talking to, they might give Tesla the credit of inventing cell phones, energy-efficient automobiles, the remote, X-rays, and more. Now, after Tesla had died, they called up this guy, MIT professor of engineering, to go pick up his files. And so after he acquired them, he said it wasn't nothing of importance that he had found in those files. His name, John G. Trump, uncle of Donald.
John G. Trump was called by the FBI after Nikola Tesla's death to examine Tesla's belongings and determine whether, among other things, the death ray was a real weapon of mass destruction. Trump concluded that Tesla had never built it.
We diving in a little more deeper right now. The death ray. This is what they was after. They was looking for this death ray's technology. Let's go.
This is so scary. Donald Trump actually is a time traveler, and they say he...
Wait a minute. We might have stumbled onto something, y'all. Because I never knew that they was claiming that the Trumps was time travelers. I never knew that, y'all. We stumbling into a whole new niche, y'all. Let's go.
Pulled it off with the help of Nikola Tesla. This might sound crazy, but Nikola Tesla was an imaginative inventor in the early 1900s with a keen interest in time travel. According to reports, in 1895, he made a shocking discovery where he discovered that time and space could be influenced by magnetic fields, after which he's quoted as saying he could see the past, present, and future all at the same time.
Wow, so that was Nikola Tesla's idea. This was Tesla's idea about time travel.
When Tesla passed away in 1943, the FBI and the Office of Alien Property seized his research in...
The Office of Alien Property? Wait a minute, we never...
handed it to a team for study, among whom was John G. Trump, Donald Trump's uncle and a well-respected electrical engineer at MIT. John G. Trump claimed Tesla's documents did not include any sensible workable principles, and he considered the documents useless, which may be trying to downplay what Tesla's work was truly capable of. In 1952, 9 years after Tesla's death, a U.S. court declared Sava Kasanovich, Nikola Tesla's nephew, the rightful heir to his uncle's estate. Tesla's files and other materials were sent to Serbia, where the nephew lived, and they now reside at the Nikola Tesla Museum. But while the FBI originally recorded about 80 trunks of documents among Tesla's work, only 60 trunks arrived in Serbia, meaning there's the possibility that someone kept the missing documents. John G. Trump receives 80 trunks of Tesla's confiscated documents, some of which have never been shown to the public, and only 60 are returned. This sounds pretty strange. Now, a lawyer and writer named Ingersoll Lockwood lived in New York City around the same time that Tesla did, and in the 1890s, Ingersoll Lockwood wrote a book called Barron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey, which just so happens to share the same name as Donald Trump's son. The book is about an aristocrat boy named Barron who lives in Trump Castle, who gets bored of his life of luxury and decides to go on an adventure. Barron comes into possession of a 15th century manuscript titled A World Within a World, written by a man named Don. The theory claims that this Don is a short name for Donald, and this was way before Donald Trump was born. Then, in 1896, Lockwood writes another book called 1900, or The Last President, in which an unlikely wealthy candidate becomes president of the United States. In the book, no one thought this person would win, so riots break out in New York City, claiming, and I quote, "The Fifth Avenue Hotel will be the first to feel the fury of the mob." Trump Tower happens to be on Fifth Avenue in New York City.
Yo, we diving in deep, y'all. We diving in deep. We diving in deep.
The president also announces a Secretary of Agriculture named Pence, which is the same name as Trump's past vice president. Then, when he runs again in 1900, an uproar arises, and the Capitol is struck by dynamite and destroyed. A fiasco in the Capitol building following an uproar from a presidential election. Where have we seen that before? And finally, a quote near the end of the book reads, "As the dawn broke cold and gray, and its first dim light fell upon that shattered dome," referring to the Capitol building, relaxed, glorious even in its ruins, a single human eye filled a gleam of devilish joy, looked up at it long and steadily. A single human eye? Gleam of devilish joy? What exactly are they talking about here? In a book written over 120 years ago, almost like it knew what was going to happen in the future. During a time which Tesla was toying with time travel, whose documents were seized by the uncle of the person named in the book, and sort of outlines his political career. Remember, this is all just a theory.
Tonight, ABC News reporting one of the former president's closest aides, his personal secretary in the White House, has now talked to special counsel Jack Smith's team, reportedly telling investigators Trump used some classified documents to write down notes and to-do lists, essentially as scrap paper. And what that aide claims Trump told her after leaving the White House about those boxes at Mar-a-Lago, if anyone asked her. Here's our chief Washington correspondent.
All right, gang, we are diving deep right now. We diving deep. We are flying past Fifth Avenue, and we are getting into the Trump and his family. They saying that they are time travelers, and they actually had the cheat sheet to be able to cheat their way into office. This is getting crazy.
Jonathan Paul.
One of Donald Trump's closest aides has told federal investigators that the former president wrote her notes, specifically to-do lists, on the back of documents marked classified, using the documents as if they were pieces of scrap paper, according to sources familiar with the aide's statement. Molly Michael served as Trump's personal secretary in the White House.
Crazy.
Right outside the Oval Office. She stayed with Trump when he left office, working closely with him as his personal secretary in both Mar-a-Lago and Bedminster, New Jersey until last fall. She has told investigators that the notes she received from Trump were written on the back of note cards with visible classification markings that had been used to brief the former president for meetings and calls with foreign leaders and other international related matters. Molly Michael, according to the sources, went to Mar-a-Lago the day after the FBI searched the property in August 2022. And she discovered some of those notes that Trump had written to her on the back of classified documents were still there, underneath a divider in one of her desk drawers. She then made arrangements to turn them over to the Justice Department. As ABC News has previously reported, Molly Michael is identified as Trump employee number 2 in special counsel Jack Smith's indictment in the classified documents case, and she was involved in handling many of the boxes later seized by the FBI. In fact, according to sources familiar with the investigation, it was Michael who took the photos of the boxes for Trump that later showed up in Smith's indictment. Still, Michael told investigators, according to sources, that when she told Trump the FBI wanted to speak with her, the former president replied, "You know nothing about the boxes."
David, that's a line that will likely feature prominently in special counsel Jack Smith's case because, of course, Trump knew that Molly Michael knew more than just about anybody about those boxes of documents. In fact, Michael may well end up being a star witness in the eventual trial here. She stopped working for Trump late last fall, and she has told investigators that she was uncomfortable with how the former president was handling those requests from the National Archives for government records.
Let's talk spooky dooky eerie stuff, because I know you know about this book. It's called the Barron Trump Collection. By the way, it's a real book there, and I know it's backwards, but that's why I got to show you this one.
All right, we diving in.
This is interesting because a lot of the things talking about this related to yesterday when I gave the speech in this book. And by the way, that's a .gov. Marvelous Underground Journey. This is the Barron Trump book, printed in 1893. And what was this book about?
What's that word again? The Baron. Y'all know, if you know, you know.
Interesting. It was little Barron Trump as a character defending people falsely accused. Look at what it says here in the book. He's working to undo wrongs that have been done to the kingdom. Notice this. It was done in the 17th hour. That's strange. All right, but what else? Notice this. Where did he give the speech to defend the accused? men of Google land. Google land? Sounds like the internet. And I get it. Google spelt with one O. But he talks to the transparent folks. Quite frankly, sounds like you guys. People that are honest and want to know the truth. But how does Barron Trump defend the accused? He basically says, men of Google land, this is not for a dark purpose. Look and judge for yourself. And that is exactly what Donald Trump said the other day. Just look. Just check this out and know what's going on. So, with all this stuff going on, who knows? Does Donald Trump have a time machine from Tesla?
New details in former President Trump's classified documents case. According to transcripts of audio reviewed by ABC News, Trump privately expressed concern that turning over potentially classified documents after a subpoena could result in criminal charges. ABC News senior reporter Catherine Falter joins me now from outside that courthouse in South Florida. Catherine, what can you tell us about these transcripts and how they're playing a role in this case?
Well, these notes have been central to the special counsel's investigation.
These transcripts might really hold the key to how he has gotten in office. Get in the comment section right now and let me know if you think that their family are time travelers and have they retrieved documents early to be able to get the positions that they have now. Let's go.
Since really the very beginning of it. To take you back a little bit, they have to do with Trump's former lead lawyer on the case, Evan Corcoran. There was litigation under seal in D.C. about piercing attorney-client privilege so that he could then speak to the grand jury and provide notes. Now, the notes are significant. They're not public. They're under seal. We've been able to review the notes and essentially report what they've said. But they're central to the allegations by the special counsel's office, the allegations that Trump was trying to hide classified documents at his estate, that he was trying to mislead his lawyer, Evan Corcoran, at the time, and that he was trying to obstruct the government's investigation. And what we're learning here, Diana, and what's hugely significant, frankly, is the fact that, according to his lawyer and the notes that his lawyer took, that Trump acknowledged that there would be some sort of criminal liability if he complied with this subpoena to hand back to the government those classified documents. Essentially, an admission that he may believe that he actually had done something wrong here. Of course, he ended up not complying with the subpoena, and that is why he's charged here. But we're learning more information, at least from these notes. This is something that the judge here in Florida will consider. The Trump team, the defense team, is asking that these notes and all this information provided by the former president's former lawyer not be admissible in the proceedings. So she's considering tossing these notes out entirely.
In 2021, Elon Musk officially moved Tesla headquarters from California to Texas.
I mean, he's already lost Musk. How do you lose Tesla? How do you lose Musk out of your state?
He takes this massive company and he left California.
This is where they beefing at. This is the beef.
Mm-hmm.
I just asked him this question yesterday. I said, when you left, because he's got a good thing in Texas, I said, when you left, did Gavin Newsom call and say, can we talk? I want to take you out to dinner. I want you to keep your company.
What did he say?
He said he never called.
Your biggest entrepreneur in your state leaves, you don't call.
Number one, biggest guy. Number two, big company, very big company.
Should Gavin Newsom work with big employers like Tesla to keep their business in California?
Wow, so Elon Musk and Donald Trump, they know each other. Something going on. Elon Musk came to the White House asking me for help. All right, let's get it, gang.
He has been staying with Donald Trump since the election in his Mar-a-Lago estate and hasn't left. You know, I've heard different videos that that Trump and Musk are getting on each other's nerves and he hasn't left, blah, 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 blah. Well, we also know that people have...
All right, gang, this sounds like some inside information. Let's dive in exactly and see what this old head talking about.
Raided recently due to things with the election. One gentleman, I don't remember, Palmy or whatever, was basically raided because his quote-unquote close to calling the election results. As we know that with Joe Rogan, Musk said to him 4 hours prior to anything that, oh, Trump won, I'm going home. Now, as we know, Elon has Starlink, and Starlink was used in this election. Also recently, a Starlink satellite was destroyed. So do the math. If Elon is staying with Trump, is the FBI going to come and raid Trump's estate? They don't have a valid excuse just to go there for Elon Musk. So what is Elon Musk doing? Elon Musk is staying there, in my opinion, with Trump to avoid any of this happening. You know, also, if the FBI raided Mar-a-Lago with Elon Musk being there, they'd have to have other reasons for that, and it would probably give a hand to whatever the Harris administration is doing for the election. But
wow, this is a theory.
As soon as Elon leaves and goes somewhere, they catch up to him. They're going to go for his electronics to find out what he has. Because, I mean, my opinion is that in this election, the votes that went for Trump were actually meant for Harris.
Nah, he's talking crazy right now, but guess what? This might be kind of true. They might be trying to get into these electronics because they know that's where the heart of everything's being stored.
Votes that were meant for Harris was actually meant for Trump. In my opinion, Harris won this election, but Elon Musk switched the votes. Again, when you're looking at...
Nah, that's a cheap shot.
People voted all Democrat except for Trump for president. That seems kind of odd that all those things happened. So I think that Elon Musk had something to do with this. I can't prove it. It's just my conspiracy theory. But tell me what you think. Why do you think Elon Musk is staying with Donald Trump? Because he doesn't want to be raided by the FBI.
A $7,500 incentive to purchase a Tesla.
The world's richest man has now staked his fortune on choosing the world's most powerful man. But what we don't know, and perhaps what's the scariest part, is we don't know what Elon Musk really wants. That concept should concern all of us.
The Musk-Trump relationship is a business deal because all relationships of those two men, I shouldn't say all, but most of them, are the art of the deal. That's what they do. They make deals. And the deal is that Musk, who loathes the left for trying to censor social media and himself, he hates them, would support Trump. And in return, there's nothing really defined, but I can tell you what Musk needs. He needs EV charging stations. And in many places, governments have to cooperate for him to put the EV stations.
This is making sense now. Elon Musk is trying to get these EV stations put everywhere so that these robots could walk there and charge themselves. It's starting to make sense now. Nobody thought about this concept, but let's think about this concept. He wants these charging stations so he can have robots running around and they can just go to charging stations and charge themselves. You follow what I'm saying? They need to get more land to be able to build these stations. Therefore, they need more contracts. They need more land. Let's go.
Well, let's just talk about Tesla. We won't get into SpaceX, robotics, a number of other things that Elon Musk is in. But strictly looking at Tesla, early this morning, Elon Musk posting on X, really what I think is the sentiment that a number of people within corporate America may have, which is America is a nation of builders. Soon you will be free to build. Well, certainly you're free to see the rally in Tesla shares. Look at this, up more than 13% today. Their EV share here in the United States is...
I think this EV thing, we on to something. Yeah, move out the way. I think we're on to something with this EV takeover. Elon Musk's EV takeover. We're going to write that down.
Is 49%. Why do I bring that up? Because they will benefit in a number of ways, depending on what the Trump administration does once he becomes president. First of all, will they roll back the...
And remember, this is information that was captured by Esteban a couple of days ago. So he's already president now. So all of this is going into effect. That's why President Trump and Elon Musk has been hanging out, because it's something that's about to happen big, a huge takeover. Pay attention.
EV incentives. Now, you may be saying to yourself, is that good for Tesla? Absolutely. When you're king of the hill and you have the size and scale that Tesla has, you don't need the incentives. Your competitors do. And if they get rolled back, Tesla will be fine.
Yeah, we forgot all about the robo-taxi guys. We forgot all about One Prime. You know what I'm saying? We just nicknamed them Prime One. But gang, y'all better pay attention.
Approval in California, not in other states, Texas, elsewhere. They will be given the green light, so to speak, as they're rolling out the robo-taxi. And this brings up NHTSA. Will the influence of NHTSA be limited? If you could name the NHTSA administrator during the first Trump administration, I'll give you $100 right now, Carl, because I know you guys can't. Very few people can. This speaks to NHTSA is likely to be hands-off to a certain extent. When you look at sales of electric vehicles, are we likely to see them continue to grow at the pace they currently are? Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah, they're going to sprout up. They are going to sprout in a second.
Got a number of EVs that are in development that will roll out over the next 4 years. Most of those will continue in development. So you're going to see the EV market continue to grow. But if there's no IRA incentive to buy one, $7,500, that will change the equation. And also remember, IRA, as you take a look at Tesla, and we're going to show you what Tesla shares did during the first Trump administration, when their sales were up 996%. Getting back to
that's remarkable.
The point about the IRA, remember, there are federal incentives for building batteries, building EVs, a number of things here in the United States. And if those were to go away, does that impact Tesla? Well, no. Tesla has the size and scale to compete. So that's why you're seeing the rally, guys. All
right, nobody thought of this. Let's go with this conspiracy. So the T on the Tesla is actually standing for Donald J. Trump? The T is for Trump. Hey guys, let's pay attention. Let's pay attention. The T is for Trump. I think we on to something.
The happiest moment for somebody in an electric car is the first 10 minutes. In other words, you get it charged, and now for 10 minutes. The unhappiest part is the next hour, because you're petrified that you're not going to be found to another charger. I'm not knocking electric cars, they're fine.
He just said it. He just said it. They're trying to get rid of that fact that there's not enough charging stations. You heard what Donald Trump just said out his own mouth, people. Pay attention. He just said that the next thing that you're going to have a worry is that you're going to run out of power and be dead somewhere and got to get told to get picked up or whatever. So they want charging stations probably in every 20-mile radius. And, you know, this is a big business, man. They selling energy, man. And who did they get it from? Nikola Tesla, Trump. Let's pay attention. We on to something.
They're fine. But if people want to buy a gasoline car or a hybrids are pretty good, actually. But they should be allowed to buy. They don't want to do any of this. So right now, California's in a big brownout.
This is getting crazy.
In the parking lot, and then this guy shows up.
Endorsed me with a strong.
Oh, snap.
And by the way, the Tesla is amazing, but not everybody should have an electric car. It might be 7 or 8% of the market. And then you also want hybrids, and you want to have pure gasoline-driven powered cars. We're going to have everything. The new one is hydrogen. There's one problem. Do you know what the problem is? They blow up. You'll be to the other side of the arena, and you won't feel too good. So until they fix that problem, I'm going to pass personally. If you like one, you can buy one, but I'm going to pass.
I'm not donating $45 million a month to Trump.
Elon Musk is $15 billion richer, thanks to a presidential victory by Donald Trump.
I love Elon, by the way.
Musk, who contributed nearly $119 million in support of Trump's campaign, is now seeing big returns in the market.
Do you like winning? Yeah, okay.
Shares of Tesla, the electric car company Musk
All right, guys, they are breaking it down right now. These guys is about winning. These guys is about SpaceX. These guys is about building a whole new galactical federation, and they're going to use these worldly dollars to do it. Listen, guys, the Tesla stands for Trump. This is what they saying. Let's dive in.
Surged on Trump's win, and Musk owns 411 million of those shares. But how much is $15 billion? Well, for starters, Musk could give every person in the entire world $1 and still have more money left over than NBA legend Michael Jordan's entire net worth.
Nah, he didn't just say what I thought he said. Y'all rewind that and y'all pay attention to that net worth.
Think Tesla Cybertrucks are expensive? For $15 billion, Musk could buy around 182,000 Cybertrucks. And if Musk decided he wanted to make sports his next venture, he could buy the most valuable sports franchise, the Dallas Cowboys, which is estimated to be worth over $10 billion. But what does this $15 billion really mean to the world's richest man? Well, in 2021, Musk said he paid more than $11 billion in taxes alone.
Wow.
Listen, see this trend of Trump supporters going viral after learning that they voted against their self-interest? It's equal parts infuriating as it is infuriating. Because
wait a minute, so people made certain votes for Kamala and it went to Trump? What the?
As we've seen with the spike in searches on Google post-election, like, can I change my vote and what is a tariff? More and more people seem to be reckoning with their vote after they voted.
If they let in hundreds or thousands of people who already have criminal records, if deporting them creates a mass deportation, I'm all for it.
Well, what if rounded up all of that are people who work on a farm? They're doing the jobs that Americans don't want to do. Does that worry you?
That wouldn't be fair. Of course, you know, they need to make sure that they don't throw away, they don't kick out, they don't deport people that are family oriented.
I want to talk about something really intriguing. Donald Trump's latest project, the Never Surrender Golden Coins. These coins are a fantastic opportunity for those looking to support a great cause and potentially gain significant wealth. Donald Trump created these coins as a way to give back to his loyal supporters. By investing in these coins, you're making a direct contribution to his campaign. What's truly remarkable is that when Trump wins the elections, each of these coins will be worth $10,000. These coins are limited, so if you want to take advantage of this opportunity, get a pack of these coins now.
This is Trump's Secret Service, y'all. This is how they be moving now.
There's something going on in this building.
Trump is speaking right now. That's the outskirts.
There's somebody in this building.
This probably was the day of the shooting, y'all. The assassination attempt.
I'm thinking about building a new Tesla limousine for President Trump. It won't be bulletproof, obviously. What do you think?
The Republican Party, especially the Republican Party under Trump, is the party.
These guys really got a relationship. We diving into a rabbit hole. I never knew these guys was close like this. Check this out.
Of no taxes and no...
What?
Responsibility for big businesses. And even if Tesla itself has benefited from the support of the environmental movement, from government contracts and support meant to sort of transition us to clean energy, the reality is, at the end of the day, Musk is a billionaire with a lot of different businesses who doesn't want to pay taxes and doesn't want to be regulated. And so whatever boost he may have gotten from Democratic administrations, sort of seeing Tesla as the sort of standard bearer for this one form of green energy transition, I think the reality is he is pretty cognizant of the fact that, like, a Republican administration that deregulated.
Did you just see the flag on that Tesla joint that was built into the back of that Tesla? Look at that joint right there, bro. These guys are buddies. These guys is really homeboys. Check it out, y'all. And they realize where they families intertwine at.
Like, a Republican administration that deregulates many, many other things is fundamentally better for him overall. Let's not forget that, like, Tesla has faced lawsuits against the way it's treated its employees.
Absolutely.
They've come under a lot of scrutiny, and Musk wants to help dismantle the NLRB, the National Labor Relations Boards.
Check out this rap and let me know your honest thoughts.
I think it's incredible.
I'll get on the other side.
Aiden Ross with the president.
Should I show that to the audience?
Yeah, they can see it.
Oh, I didn't know this. Now I know it's... Now...
All right, so we got Aiden Ross, who just gave the president of the United States a Rolex. That was a power move. That was a power move. That was a power move, Aiden.
Oh, I know it's worth it.
Look what we got here. Crazy.
In terms of politics, Elon's always been kind of a chameleon. When George W. Bush was president, Elon didn't have much to say about climate change. When Barack Obama was president, Elon became a green capitalist. He wanted to blanket America with solar panels. His take on Trump running matched most Democrats and moderate Republicans.
You know, hopefully Trump doesn't forget the nomination of, the Republican Party. That's because I think that wouldn't be good.
After 2016, Musk more or less got on board with Trump. Meetings with Steve Bannon, was on advisory councils to the president. But then COVID came.
He was incredibly angry that Tesla's factory in California was shut down because of COVID restrictions.
On an earnings call, Elon called stay-at-home orders in Alameda County, where Tesla's factories were based, fascist.
Trump confusing artificial intelligence and electric vehicles.
AI needs literally twice the electricity that's available now in our country. Can you imagine?
Okay, we got it. We got it. So, now we know that these EV things that they're planning to do this mass takeover or like to release them to the public, right? With these bots and everything, it takes double the electricity to run. This is why they're going to need these stations placed double time around the globe.
But instead, we're spending places where they recharge electric cars. They build.
So this makes no sense. We are spending places where they recharge their electric cars and AI needs quite twice the electricity. None of it makes sense.
Is that legal for you to work on a Tesla car after working for them on the side?
They sued me. They tried to sue me and basically wrote, "Go after yourself" on the envelope.
Whoa. Tesla don't want you doing outside mechanic work on Tesla vehicles? Whoa.
Originally, they tried to say I wasn't qualified. What they didn't know was I was one of the people that were certifying body shops at the time. If I'm incompetent to work on the cars, how was I competent enough to train the people to work on the cars? And then they're like white as ghosts, and that was it. End of my conversation with Tesla Legal.
What do you think the issue was? That they didn't want someone who wasn't within their organization working on a car?
It was all based on how I was terminated, right? I was terminated for stealing. So they don't want somebody with that credibility problem working on their cars. So that's why they went after me. The truth was I never stole anything. That was proven later.
It's been reported that you left a note for President Biden when you left office.
It's true.
It's true?
Yeah.
What, can you give us this little sense of what you said?
You know, it's interesting. He actually said it's up to me to do, and I actually think it's up to him to do. I left him a note. I think it was a nice note. I took a lot of time in thinking about it. I'd love him to do a great job, even if it was very bad politically.
That got crazier than crazy. We're gonna dive back in. Hit that like button right now. Hit that subscribe button right now. More content is on the way.
back.